It is extremely important to me that the stories we share are authentic and that we strive to tell both perspectives. I've been a local to this remarkable island 3 times and a tourist too many times to count. Our Home Your Holiday celebrates Aruba. There's a reason why Arubans are so patriotic, and there's a reason why visitors keep coming back. Let's dive into the elements that makes Aruba our home and the perfect holiday. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Yenta Liu. Every third Thursday of November is American Thanksgiving. Did you know that there are large groups of locals on the island made up of family and friends who have adopted this holiday? What's even better yet is that our American friends are thrilled about it.
Well, I think it's a good holiday, and the basis of it comes from heart. You know, it's about giving thanks, and I think a lot of people around the world, they might not know the American tradition of it, about the Pilgrims and the Indians and that kind of thing, but I think the way that the holiday sounds of Thanksgiving, it's just a good day to give thanks and be with people. So I think that's why it's so inclusive, and it's also not like a Christmas or a Hanukkah or something where you have to be with your family. It's something you can really kind of get together and just, you know, have a holiday and just be thankful for everything, you know?
Significance to me is the family gathering together and coming together to be thankful.
I know for our family, that's what it is. It's a family gathering. And that's what makes it special for us, you know, to have all the kids and grandkids over at our home, have their traditional meal, the turkey, the dressing, you know, and to set aside that time to be thankful.
I think that the word itself is what people kind of fall into, which is a good positive thing, and that's to give thanks, and usually it's centered around being thankful that you're with each other.
Well, what do we know about Thanksgiving? It's a holiday that we know about the Americans, and that they are thankful. You sit around, you eat a lot, and actually that's what we grew up knowing about it, getting to know about it.
I have a lot of friends actually that celebrate, and some family members also celebrate that holiday, and I think especially because we have a lot of tourism here on the island, and the majority of them are Americans actually, so not only that holiday, but we adopt a lot of things from the Americans here on the island, so it's only natural that we also celebrate that a little bit here.
Well, yes, actually we have adopted this holiday as a group of friends, and I think it's a very nice holiday. We sit together, we eat, we have dinner, and we appreciate each other, and we share about things that we are thankful for during that moment. So it's a nice tradition to have adopted.
I think being grateful in your life is the most important thing, and then you can be positive with everything. So giving thanks is a very important part of your life, and so you can grow, and I think being grateful, that's why I think everybody just adopts it, and I think it's really beautiful.
Not to mention the fact that we've created a kind of a fun way of celebrating food with turkey and all these other things, right? Stuffing and all the fixings, so to speak. So I think that makes it popular, not just in America. I think that makes it popular for other countries, just because, again, you're centered around the table. It's a chance to slow down and take time and enjoy, and food and drink and celebration. I don't know, I think it's quite simple.
Well, I must compare it to the States actually, because I've celebrated it in the US with families there. And it's the same, you know, we get together, somebody cooks, and we bring food, and we just enjoy each other's company actually. So that's what we do here, and I found it to be exactly the same as I've experienced it in the States as well.
Alaska, as an American and as someone who knows Aruba, how do you feel about the locals adopting one of your traditions and holidays?
No, I think it's absolutely great. I think if Americans are doing something right and the rest of the world wants to partake in it, that's a good thing.
I think it's great, and the Aruban people have always been, you know, very friendly and outgoing, you know, so this holiday ought to fit right in with them.
You know, but I know there's a lot of American influence down here in the Caribbean, you know, there's a lot of it around the world, so if there's things that we're doing right that people want to be a part of, I love it. I think it's great. And the Aruban people are amazing, so I wouldn't want anybody else to do it other than them.
No, but I mean, American loves us, and we love them also. I mean, we're proud that we can make them proud and also give them a little back a little, back to their adopting their culture and loving it. So.
Do you feel as an American that the locals of Aruba have adopted a tradition from your country?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of an honor in a way. I mean, because, you know, there's probably some good reasons not to like some of the things we do. And I understand that. So actually, that's kind of an honor in a way. And I think it's great.
I think that's really great for them to say that, because lately there's a lot of controversy about adopting different things, about different cultures. And I think it's nice that the Americans are honored about it. Maybe our celebration, the origin of it is not the same as theirs, but we really enjoy it and we appreciate it, and it's a moment for us to really be grateful for the people that we have in our lives, and I think that's the most important part of it and why we as locals celebrate Thanksgiving.
We are sitting here in my backyard, and one of the staple items in my backyard is a dominoes table. We actually have a few of them. Dominoes is, of course, a tile-based game on this island that's really popular. Take a look. Shuffle up and draw. Dominoes is a popular tile-based game played often in Aruba. Samuel de la Rosa, also known as Sammy, is originally from the Dominican Republic, where the game is also popular. He opened up an establishment in downtown Oranjestad with the main attraction being dominoes. People from all backgrounds can pull up a chair and join.
Domino is one language, so they don't have different language in domino, so you can play with everyone. So sometimes you can, if you come in here, you can see Dutch people, American people see it around here, so and they play, they solve. So like it's a domino. So hey, how you guys doing? What you guys doing? So we can do it. We can play. Say just come on. So just sit.
There are many variations of dominoes. There's the Aruban way, but there's also the Dominican way and many others. Although there are different ways for the game to be played, one thing is for certain: these stones bring people together.
A lot of local peoples come to play with us, Arubian people. So we play different, but they come to us. So and they learn how to play with us. So because they love it also. The Arubian people, they love the domino. We love, like us. We play totally different. It's nothing the same, but they learn how to play with us. And we know how to play with them too, so it's something different. But I think so. It's one more sport in Aruba, so it's like a football, like a baseball.
As Sammy said, dominoes is considered a sport to those who are enthusiasts of the game. It can be, of course, a leisure activity, but for the most part, dominoes is very competitive. Hitting the stones hard on the table definitely happens. To be good and to win, players have to pay attention to what their partner is doing. They have to be strategic, and they should be counting each and every stone being played.
The domino is intense. It's 100% intense. That's the domino. So when you see the guy that hit the dominoes, it's a passion. It's like, you know, they have a lot of passion of the dominoes.
But dominoes is not the only tile-based game that is being played across this island. There are other tiles being thrown around, and that are mahjong tiles.
Oh, this is really a part of the Chinese culture. It's like what generations before people start playing already.
In any given neighborhood on the island of Aruba, you could find people playing mahjong, a Chinese tile-based game. The game is played all over the world, and Aruba is no exception. Mahjong was developed in the 19th century in China and has spread throughout the world since the early 20th century. Carlo, who has been playing mahjong since he was 18 years old, gives us the basics of what you need to get a mahjong game going.
This most important part, you have to have 4 people. That's the game all about. If you're missing one, you can't play the game. So the most important part, 4 people. And then you got the mahjong, and then you got the dice, and then you got the chips. You need to have food, snacks, drinks, being together, right? And then That's it.
The game of mahjong is played recreationally. There can be a gambling element to it, but it is not the main draw. The gathering of friends and family is what drives this Chinese generational activity. Do you think it's a good way to bond with your family and friends?
Oh, definitely. Because you're sitting, you're playing a game, you chat, and then you're having fun. Some snacks, some drinks, some food together, and then after that dinner time, you make dinner, you're sitting together again, right? So it's fun to be together, to bond.
These green tiles bring people together. Carlos says, yes, you can put a little money in the game, but it is important to keep it low risk.
So that's why this 1 point, don't play too big because it's a gambling game. You don't wanna hurt your friends or family members. So keep it small. It's a game, right? Keep it fun. So when chat together, be with together, and then have dinner together. Have fun. That's it. That's all about.
Besides for bringing people together, there's been proven medical benefits to this game as well.
好處咧就而家已經證實咗可以防止老人痴呆症，係啦，因為要用少少腦咯，即係已經證實咗㗎啦，可以防止老人痴呆症。咁我哋即係而家呢個社會都好建議啲老人家多啲打麻雀，即係唔一定要打錢啦，係咪？咁呢個好處喺呢度咯。
If you were to look online, several sources say studies have found that people who play mahjong almost every day had a significantly lower risk of dementia. Mahjong takes several hours to play, sometimes even all day, so it keeps the brain going for long periods of time, which has been proven to be very beneficial for the elderly. Since there is a gambling aspect to mahjong, it is frowned upon for couples to play together. May and Carlo are married. For the purpose of this filming, they're sitting at the same table to help their daughter out with the story. That's right, these are my parents. Do you see the resemblance? For as long as I can remember, mahjong has always been around at family and friend gatherings. It is definitely a family tradition that gets passed on from generation to generation.
我好細個嗰陣時咧，11、12歲就跟我媽媽去睇佢打麻雀㗎啦，即係咁樣咯。贏咗我媽媽贏咗咧就有雲吞麵食5毫子嘅嗰陣時價值，如果輸咗咧就冇得食，我就跟住佢坐喺隔離，好乖嘅，唔好騷擾人哋嘅，咁咯。
As years pass and more people pick up the game, different versions of the game have been invented. 係中國人嘅國粹嚟嘅，咁已經係好重要㗎啦。呢個麻雀係幾千年歷史㗎啦，已經有㗎啦。咁而家改進到咧有好多種打法。
There's lots of ways to play. In Hong Kong, they play in a different style. In Taiwan, they play in a different style. But the same mahjong, same amount of the dominoes, and it's just they play in a different way. In China, they play in a different way. In Singapore, they play in a different way. But it's an Asian game. But now in the Western countries, they start playing this as well.
In case you were wondering, this is a fancy automatic mahjong table where it shuffles the tiles for the players. It isn't a typical table that you'll find at every mahjong game. Evidently, mahjong is a big part of the Chinese culture. It's an activity that brings family and friends together where the brain gets exercised. It also creates time to bond with one another, and it preserves a 1,000-year-old cultural tradition. Now, I have to tell you that story is very special to me since that's the very first time I've ever had the chance to interview my mom or my dad. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Our Home Your Holiday for on-demand access to all our stories as well as full episodes. Signing off right here in my backyard, sitting at the Domino's table, I'm Yantou Liu. We'll see you next time.